Hi there. So I'm having a very interesting morning, and it's interesting when you use the tools of Access, like the clearing statement, etc. And I've talked about this before, that all of a sudden things that I've been able to do before, I can't do them, which seems a little paradoxal, like a paradox. But it's like the things that aren't kind and caring, the abusive things, I can't stand them anymore. So, which is awesome. How does it get better than that? I wanted to do a bit more vulnerable, no makeup kind of video here, talking about some stuff. And like in Access, if there's something you have in your life that you're like, oh, I don't want this to be here, there is always some sort of value in it, otherwise you wouldn't create it. I mean, whether it's financial difficulties or shitty relationships or problems at work or problems with your body, whatever it might be. And I had this amazing session last week with Reed, and for half an hour, where he was facilitating me running clearings, and I listened to part of the recording of that last night, and he asked me, it was mainly business kind of facilitation, but towards the end we addressed a bit what's going on in my body, and he talked again about this, and I know this, but you know, sometimes someone says it and it goes deeper, and he talked about this, the value of being sick. And there was this awareness this morning about like there's all these things that I can't do because I'm sick, and that I have to sort of be more careful or gentle with my body. And like, for example, it's been this lovely weather here in Sweden the last days. It's been really warm, and it's quite unusual for it to be so nice this early. And people have been swimming in the lake, which is like, it was only a few weeks since the ice disappeared, so it's really cold. But I mean, lots of people have also been doing this winter bathing and like jumping down in a hole in the ice. And these kind of things excite me, and it's a bit fun. But well, I could do it, but I would really it doesn't really work for my body. I would get super exhausted, and it would take a lot of the resources from other things I could do that day or several days ahead if I would do such a thing, because of what is going on with my body. So that's not really like, even though it would be fun maybe now to, you know, quickly go in the water, is that a good idea? And like, how much would that hurt my body because I'm sick the way I am? And so I was walking a little bit with just with my feet in the water, which was nice. But so then I had this epiphany. I had this awareness this morning that like I've how many lifetimes have I been pushing my body, forcing it, like pushing the limits of what's possible with maybe being in cold water. Maybe it's like doing that and being in for long in like ice baths or whatever, like that kind of stuff. How much have I been doing that? And pushing the limits, but in a way that's been a lot of the time very violent to the body. And what if one of the things for me that's valuable with creating this disease is stopping that path. Whew. So, wow, can you sense the energy of that? Holy fuck. So, I mean, I like pushing the limits, but it's like, when we push the limits, like, how about we do it not in a way that is violent and forceful and abusive to ourselves and our bodies, but what if we could do that? What if it could be exciting and we could go outside of what we've experienced before, but it's kind and caring in the same way? So that's the awareness that I got, that the creation of this disease, one of the things that's valuable with it is this. So how does it get better than that? So what if we, instead of being violent and forcing our bodies and testing the limits like that, what if we tested the limits like how far we could go in being kind? How far could we push the limits in how much caring we could embody? How much could we push the limits in how much nurturance for our bodies we were willing to receive? How much could we push the limits in how much fun we have and how much we enjoy living? I mean, just instead of being forceful, violent, and abusive to push, I mean, seriously, what have I been doing for a million lifetimes? Sure, no one else has done that. So I just wanted to share this morning. And how much more can we push the limits in being vulnerable with no barriers? How much more can we push the limits in how much we're contributing to others and the earth and to beings with and without bodies? How much can we push the limits in how much we are willing to receive? How much communion we're willing to have, and how much more ease, joy, and glory we would be willing to have for ourselves and our bodies and our lives and money flows. How about we push the limits and went far off and beyond on how much ease, joy, and glory our life could be, and really with the bodies, instead of like Jesus, push the limits in how much you could nurture and be kind and caring to your body. Wow. How does it get better than that, and what else is truly possible now, and what can you choose today when it comes to kindness, caring, and nurturing that is way beyond what you have been willing to be, know, and receive before? How about that? Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye.